What's up, squad? Today we're going to talk about why the Isochain is more than likely going to catch some. Without knowing about all of the details from this channel, from Paul Wade's Isometric Manual, from scientific studies, from just watching all the results, all the before and afters, everyone using isometric style training to great result. Without all that, what do we see? We just see a bar and chain device with some cool tech. Once upon a time, I didn't know this stuff either. Looking at the Isochain from way back, I don't know if you guys knew that this is actually how it looked right here. You know, through trial and error and finding out what worked and finding out what didn't and working on what the OG Isochain from like decades ago did for the human body and then modernizing it into the Isochain that we have today. And I'm sure there will be even more improvements on our Isochain that we know right now. It's still hard to believe that someone can truly say to your face that this fitness device, if you use it 3 to 5 times a week and you have a 10-minute workout on it, that you're going to get out of this world strength gains. And you know, if you take it without any context and you just take that statement for what it is without anything else, it does sound ridiculous. Even now it does sound ridiculous. And what I've found is that over the course of months, people have become more of a believer in this style of training after seeing results. And it sucks that we're wired this way, but we are wired this way, and because we can't just go believing things randomly that strangers on the internet are just saying because they're really excited about a product, because that's how you get rocked, guys. That's how you get your money taken from you. And you know, about a year ago, it's not like I was totally in disbelief with the Isochain and all the things that they were saying would come from it. It was like a mix of skepticism and a mix of excitedness. And for me, my mindset has always been, you know what, worst case scenario, I'm gonna try it, and if it's a piece of crap and they really were pulling my leg, then I'm just gonna get my money back. And what's even worse for the company is I'm gonna make them look bad on camera. So joke's on them if they want to try and take my money, but you ain't gonna fleece me without a problem. I'll tell you that right now. So now here we are. It's fall of 2021, and as of 2 weeks from now, it'll be a year using the Isochain. And you know, we've seen a lot of fitness products come in and come out and get popular and phase out, and this one is just simply not one of them. But it's going to be hard to convince a newcomer that has no idea, like they just know about weightlifting, they just know about calisthenics, and they just know about plyometrics, and they just know about all that other type of stuff, and they don't really know, like for some veteran bodybuilders, they'll be like, oh, isometrics, this stuff again, oh, okay, you know, this comes in and out every now and then people will really find out that no, you don't really get jacked, no, you don't really get strong off of it, it's just something that XYZ or whatever they're gonna say without having the knowledge that we have. Because I can guarantee you 90% or more of them that are talking like that have not read Paul Wade's Isometric Manual. See, for me, I believe that if someone's telling me about a movie, right? So I believe that the new Spider-Man movie with Carnage in it, so this is probably gonna horribly date this video in a couple years. When that movie comes out, there are people that are probably gonna be like, oh, it wasn't that great. And then they're going to be people that are like, oh bro, that movie was awesome. And so for those that would say it's awesome, or for those that would say, it wasn't that great, you know, I've always been the type of person where maybe you're the same way. You take that information and process it as, that's cool that you thought it was great, or that's cool that you thought it was eh. I want to find out for myself, so I'll pay it. And if it really was trash, no harm, no foul. Now, in that situation, you can't get your money back. You watch the movie in the movie theater and that's it. Or DVD, whatever. Or you can return DVD back. But here, you know, with the Isochain, I was like, you know, $4.99, man, that is not cheap. But I'm not gonna hold you. I was gonna pay $500 for a PlayStation 5 before people started reselling it. Totally different video right there that I'm not going to cover. It's all about the value. So people don't really know the value of the Isochain until one, they use it, and two, this is the most important out of that, is that they use it for long enough time to see results. Expect this right when the Isochain starts to hit that critical mass part. I don't know when that's gonna be. I kind of suspected that 2023, 2024 is going to be the year of when the Isochain hits mainstream and people really start realizing it, and you start seeing people using the Isochain in the background when it's game day, it's football Sunday, and you know they have video footage of the combine and you can see somebody in the back using an Isochain. I really totally believe that that's going to happen. But it's going to be that moment right before that happens, that critical mass part where people, the masses, really start to see the Isochain and they start to hear what it's supposed to do, and they're gonna be like, no dude, that's bullcrap. And you know what, I can't even be mad at them for it because they just don't know. It's not true skepticism, it's just that they are lacking in the information that's required to make an educated decision on a product. If I had not read that isometric manual, Paul Isometric manual, and I just had the Facebook Isochain like ads and stuff that they were doing, that probably wouldn't have been enough, to be honest. So I went and got the ebook, and it's like, okay, I'm learning a lot more about this, you know, because it first was like the Facebook thing, and then the FAQs and the different landing pages that they were using to try and sell the Isochain. And then I purchased it, and then I got the ebook, and it was the digital version of the 400-page isometric manual. And after learning, dude, I was drooling, waiting for my Isochain to come. Now, for a lot of you, you don't have to wait as long as we did. I had to wait, oh my god, what was it, like 3 months because of COVID delays. Dude, can you imagine, like, knowing you're gonna get something so awesome, but you have to wait that long? Like, dude, every day was just like, my clients were so tired of me talking about it. You know what? They know the value of it now, and enough people have seen how real this is with the reviews, me using it, my clients using it to great effect, by the way, that they're just like, oh, you know, I think I wanna, you know, try it a little bit. Let me just try it a little bit. It's kind of like you put food out for a cat, and then they're just like, I don't know. I see the food. I am hungry, but I don't know. You know, so you leave them alone, and they just walk away. And it's just like, fine, you take the food back, and you're like, wait. And you put the food back down, and they're just like, I don't know. It's gonna be kind of like that. Get that analogy? Could you like mentally imagine that? But right around then, after that initial skepticism, is more than likely when someone of influence is going to recognize the Isochain for what it truly is, and then it's off to the races. It is September 24th, 2021. So let's see how well this video ages. But just know, it's probably going to be met with a lot of skepticism. Personally, I think there are very few things out here in the fitness realm that live up to the hype, because now it's starting to be less information and more hype, because it is getting more attention as time goes on. This is not one, I mean, this truly lives up to its expectation. You know, I always use the PlayStation 5 as like the perfect comparison. Now that's the tech and electronics realm, but ever since its launch last year, no one has really been able to get it. And there are resellers selling it for $999, and I don't think that it's worth the value at that price. But at $500, what it originally debuted for, yes, I do believe that it's worth that price. For the entertainment value and the entertainment that it's going to provide me as the consumer, I think that $499 USD is a good price for the PlayStation 5. I am not willing to pay anything higher than that, which is why I'm not going to just take a L and buy it for $400, $500 more. It's not worth that. For the Isochain, for what it provides, I mean, my knees have never felt better. That in and of itself is worth so much more. But the amount of strength that we can get from the Isochain, it's one of the few things that really lives up to its hype. It really lives up to the value of $499. Honestly, there are times where I do think that it's worth more than that. You see machines out here. We have a couple of fitness equipment out here in the house, and you know, like those Cybex and Life Fitness machines you see at Planet Fitness and Golds and stuff, you know, each one of those were like $3,000, probably minimum, and if they're refurbished, they might go for $2,000. So for the Isochain, a pretty much omnidirectional isometric powerhouse, a totally revolutionary product, $500 is really worth it to me for what the value that it provides, I mean, it's just too good. The price point. But what are your thoughts? What do you think about the Isochain when it starts to hit that critical mass mode? What do you think are some of the things that people will say? Do you think that the general public will be primarily excited? Do you think they'll be primarily skeptical? I personally think that they'll be more skeptical than excited at about a 60-40 split, but I could be wrong. We'll see. It might just take one NFL player and then it's just off to the races at that point, so who knows? But what do you think? Go ahead and comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.